Hi, my name is Melissa. Let me tell you a little bit about my story in Cushing's disease. It started about 7 years ago. I was fine, everything. All of a sudden, I started gaining weight. My legs were swelling up. My pouch, my stomach, the hump in my back. So I was thinking it was lymphedema. Didn't know anything. The doctor told me, oh, it's lymphedema, but he really didn't do no checks. It was just his opinion, because I work at a hospital. It's just an opinion that he gave me. So I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm thinking, okay, it's that my legs are swelling, but everything else was swelling too, but I never really thought of it. My face started swelling a lot too, like you can see. So a few years passed, actually quite a bit. They were doing tests, all kinds of tests, and nothing would come up. So one day I went to the doctor with my BF at the time, and his doctor said, oh, why are you walking with a cane? I said, oh, because I fractured my back. She says, no, you're too young for that. If you want, make an appointment with me and I'll check you out. I said, okay. So I did. I made an appointment right there before I left. I made an appointment with her. She's seen me, ran all kinds of tests. She was telling me she was thinking it was high cortisol, and it could possibly be Cushing's. So we did a lot of tests, and it would come up that I had high cortisol and also high blood pressure and depression, all this other stuff that came with it. So she finally told me that over here in Indiana, they don't have the best MRI machines like they do over there in Illinois, to go and see a doctor over there and see what he says about the MRI and all the tests. I went to a doctor over there. They did a intravenous radiology, and they put in a catheter somewhere, and they looked in my adrenal gland, and they saw there was a lot of cortisol leaking from there. So he sends me to another physician. He went on web, doctors, MD web, and they told him to recommend me to this other doctor. Well, I went with her. She says, oh, good thing you came, because, but I don't think it's coming from your adrenal gland. I think it's coming from your pituitary gland. She goes, I'm gonna take your case to a medical conference I'm having, and I'll let you know what they tell me. I said, okay. So they all decided, her and the other doctors, for her to send me to a specialist in Wisconsin. There's only like one of those doctors in Wisconsin that does this study with Cushing's. So I went with this doctor, finally got in, went with him, and he told me, yeah, he agrees. He doesn't think it's from the adrenal gland. He thinks it's from the pituitary. He's 95% sure. So now I finally have an appointment, finally.